I am here live Monday night talking to you about our favorite doctor we have a chat about. We also have to chat about what's going on with the House of Dragons, Game of Thrones prequel, jeez. And then also some more news about She-Hulk and why Spider-Man is disabled in the new Spider-Verse. More woke stuff. Gonna be great. Me and CannoliSasquatch here coming at you. Excuse me for the technical difficulties in the beginning of the show. But I'm here live now, here to talk, here to chat. Unfortunately, just came off of a bad Mets loss. So, excuse me if I'm a little grumpy tonight. But for those who are watching that are Yankees fans, good game. Unfortunately, you had the wrong result, but for me, that's the way it goes. Anyway, happy Monday. How's everybody doing out there? Again, Sasquatch Jr. and I are here to talk. I got my bubbly Bellini Bliss bubbly drink tonight. So we're going to drink. We're going to comment. We're going to have some fun tonight. Do a quick hour show. I wish this was hard alcohol. Another great Monday today. Favorite day of the week. So let's get into the stories here real quick. So I just wanted to start with the information on our favorite doctor is retiring. Yeah, that's right. You heard it. Dr. Fauci reveals that he will retire this year and pursue his next chapter. That should be interesting, right? So Dr. Fauci, thank you, Greg. Sasquatch Jr. is awesome. So I'm going to share this information here. Dr. Fauci today came out and advised to us and the world that he is going to retire. It's kind of not shocking, but it kind of was. It wasn't shocking. It wasn't shocking because there was a lot of rumors about this happening with Dr. Fauci. But you know, when you see those words, I think Fauci sees the handwriting on the wall with the potential for a red wave coming in November. He knows that if he sticks around, he's not going to last very long. Republicans are already on him about this. And what guy's a coward. Guy's a liar. He's a coward. He's the most corrupt person I've ever seen in politics, and that's saying a lot given how many politicians we have come across in our lives. Presidents, senators, congressmen. This guy is just unbelievable. So anyway, Dr. Fauci announced on Monday that he will be stepping down as the president's top medical advisor and the director of the National Institute of Allergy and Infectious Diseases in December. Okay. I will be leaving these positions in December of this year to pursue the next chapter of his career. So he's probably going to, I don't know, what is he going to do? Start a reality show, write a book. He already thinks he's the greatest thing that God's given us. He's God's gift to us as a doctor. According to him, his ego is massive. And if it wasn't that way before, it is now. So basically, you know, a lot of Americans are saying here don't like him for how we handle the coronavirus pandemic, his discussions of vaccines, lockdowns, and the origins of the pandemic and more. And of course, he goes on to say it's been an honor and, you know, to serve as a lifetime, in this position, doing his work. And the National Institute of Allergy and Infectious Diseases director said that over the past 38 years, he has spent as a director of the agency. He has advised 7 U.S. presidents, beginning with President Reagan. Okay. So, yeah, of course, he's particularly proud to have served as chief medical advisor to President Joe Biden. It's the very first day. Of course, he's happy because he made millions and millions and millions of dollars off of Joe Biden. I mean, he did that with Trump too. He started with Trump, but Trump fought back with him. And of course, Biden didn't. So there you are. So 50 years of government service as a liar. I plan to pursue the next phase of my career, while I still have so much energy and passion for my field. I want to use what I've learned as a NIAID director to continue to advance science and public health. Please don't come in here and just go away. But you know, he's not just going to go away. What's up, Mr. Whiskey Banger? Thanks for joining the conversation. I see you in there, buddy. I see you there. How you doing, Greg? Thanks for joining as usual. Whoever else is listening, I appreciate all 7 of you right now in here. Love you all. Without you, I couldn't do this. So I appreciate it. I know it's Monday night. I know it's late in some parts of the country. But I appreciate you coming in. We got a fun night. We got a fun hour. We're going to talk about a lot of woke stuff. It's going to be great. Especially in the pop culture industry. And as if you aren't familiar with what's going on with the House of Dragons, Game of Thrones prequel, what's going on with She-Hulk, you know how I feel about She-Hulk. I got new followers on Twitter listening in probably. I appreciate you all. Thank you. just wanted to start off with the Fauci stuff because I figured this would probably be the best way to start because I can't stand this human being. And I know YouTube's not going to like me for saying this. But anyway, he's going to go on to the next phase. You know, he's got so much passion and he wants to help the health industry and this and that. It's like, you know, of course, Joe Biden praised him in a statement shortly after he announced this. He's a dedicated public servant and a steady hand with wisdom. Where? In what fucking planet is he a steady hand? The guy basically forced the government to shut down the entire country during a pandemic. Say what you want. I don't know where you stand on this. What side of the fence that you're on this? I don't know how I sound. How do I sound? Am I too loud? I've adjusted some stuff with my microphone, so I'm not sure if I'm too loud. Let me know in the comments if I'm too loud or if I need to be louder. I don't understand this. And this is the funniest part. When it came to time to build a team to lead our COVID-19 response, in fact, in one of my first calls as president-elect, of course, Biden speaking, I immediately asked Dr. Fauci to extend his service as my chief medical advisor to deal with the COVID-19 crisis. Okay, well, he started the crisis, made a shit ton of money off the crisis. I think this is all a game. This is all a ploy. He knows what possibly is coming down the road in these midterm elections and possibly in 2024. He's not going to stick around for that. He knows that if Republicans take everything back, if they win the House, if they win the Senate, I'm not saying they're going to, but if he sees the handwriting on the wall, he's doing this now. He's going to get out in December, a month after the elections, and he's free and clear, and he's done. He'll go on TV shows, write books, documentaries will be made. Who knows? They'll probably make a movie about him. Should he be in jail? That's up for debate. That's a lot of people feel that way. I don't know. But to claim this man as a hero is just embarrassing. Whether you've met him personally or not, he's touched all Americans' lives with his work. You know, he's touched a lot of Americans' lives. He caused a lot of Americans to lose their lives. I extend my deepest thanks for his public service. The United States of America is stronger, more resilient, and healthier because of him. Is it though, Joe? Is it though? Diana says she wants to marry Fauci. Why? Why do you want to marry Fauci? I hope you're being cynical. I mean, and then, you know, there was a couple of other things that came out about this. There was another article just that came out on the Daily Wire today about how Fauci basically saw the handwriting on the wall, like I explained before, and how he knew because of a possible red wave coming, he wasn't gonna stick around. So I know there's a love-hate relationship with this man. I personally, I don't like the man. I think he's a phony, but that's just me. I really think that a lot of people think he should be in jail. He's a corrupt man. And here we go. Here's another story that just came out. I'm going to share this too about Fauci. How Fauci will retire right after potential red wave sweeps Congress. I'm sure that's just a coincidence. You know, the first thing I said to myself is when he announced his retirement, it was this. Kind of funny how it's August. The elections are coming up in November. If there's a complete red wave sweep, the House and Senate, there's going to be a lot of politicians, hopefully, that are going to be, you know, contemplating their positions in Congress and all that. There's going to be a lot happening. That's if that happens. It's not a guarantee. Again, he announced here that he's going to retire, and a lot of people, you know, he doesn't want. He's tired of being investigated about his handling of COVID. He knows that he has to get out. There's no other path for him. Of course, you know, it's a lot of the same stuff. His next chapter, whatever that means, and then, you know, I got to say, Senator Rand Paul really went after him in the hearings. Really, was probably the only one that went hardest at him. You know, and here Paul's saying they're going to subpoena his records and he will testify in the Senate under oath and blah, 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 blah. You know, that was over the summer. So if the GOP retakes Senate, the Kentucky senator is in line to become the chairman of the Senate Health Educator So he's talking about Rand Paul here, Labor and Pensions Help Committee. Fauci and Paul, who is a medical doctor as well, have previously sparred. There's no secret there. There's no secret there. I don't think they're going to, especially if the Republicans take the House and say they're not going to let up on Fauci. They're going after him. He figures this is his best route is to quit, get away, and be gone. So, adios, Mr. Fauci. I won't miss you. But I think that I just think the guy is a phony, and there's no reason to be upset about this. But Dan Rather tweeted tonight that, hey, Mr. Fauci, thanks for your service. The country appreciates you. Thank you for your service to the country, and don't, forget the haters. Dan Rather forgot to drink his Ensure and put his diaper on and just go away. Dan Rather's another one who was just out of nowhere after Trump won the election, became he had TDS, Trump derangement syndrome. The guy went nuts. Just like most celebrities and most people in media. I don't know. Dan Rather's just a crazy old man. Just go home. Just watch Wheel of Fortune and Jeopardy and do whatever old people do. Rand Paul's okay, Diana. He's okay. I just thought this was funny because of the timing, right? We're talking about timing with politicians. They know when they get out. They're not stupid. I'm not saying Fauci's stupid. You can't defraud a whole country and scare them into hiding it. Basically talk the government into keeping everybody in their homes. And we can go on and on about this. This will be one of the shows that the Whiskey Banger and I do for the Whiskey and Cannolis podcast about theories and whatnot. And this is going to be a conspiracy theory show, and a lot of people might not be interested in that. I am sure ready to do an episode like that. I think that's going to be a lot of fun. So we'll definitely go with that. And then, so I don't know how you all feel about that. I think that's hilarious that he's leaving now, but I'm not surprised that he's leaving now. Because anyways, anybody noticed, by the way, people who don't know, who have not seen, I'm going to segue real quick. Top Gun Maverick is out on video for sale tomorrow. Amazing movie. It's still making money in the movies. Yeah, no, Tanner, Whiskey Banger boy, we're going to do some stuff. We're going to do some conspiracy theory stuff. And I want people to join in on that conversation, not to go, oh yeah, this is definitely a conspiracy. I want to start a conversation with people online. I want to start a conversation with people. Give me your best theories. Not now, but we'll do that episode soon. Whiskey Banger and I have been talking about doing a live show together soon. So that's going to be a possibility, no matter where that is. So we'll definitely be in touch with that. And I think that would be a lot of fun. I'm looking forward to that. Okay, so I'm going to segue here real quick. Now, again, people who are listening and following, just hang with me. So I don't know how many people watched Game of Thrones in the chat. It was a very popular show. It came out a long time ago. Not a long time ago. It just ended not long ago, but it first came out, I think, about almost 10 years ago. And Game of Thrones was a very popular show. Oh, my God. I mean, it was probably one of the most popular shows ever made. Oh, Sasquatch Jr., he's drunk. He can't hang. One of the most popular shows ever made. Obviously, everybody watched it. Not everybody. My wife never watched it. A few people I know didn't watch it. They watched it later. Some people that I know. I think it was a great show up until season 7. Season 7 was not great because it wasn't following the books from George R.R. Martin at that time. He didn't complete any new books, I think, after season 6. So if I'm not mistaken, and if I'm wrong, somebody correct me. They went off of their own. They wrote their own scripts, I think, from part of season 7, and then season 8 was a fucking catastrophe. Season 8 of Game of Thrones might have been one of the worst seasons of TV I have ever seen. It changed character arcs because they didn't know how to write them. It got a little bit with the feminist shit in season 8 too, where the women were all the heroes. Jon Snow was basically an afterthought. He was the main guy. In all seasons prior, he was the guy that was going to stop the White Walkers, the bad guys. Basically was useless and ran away like a little baby, little bitch at the end of the season 8. Did nothing. He actually did nothing. He didn't kill the Ice King, whatever the fuck he was called. It was stupid. Season 8 of Game of Thrones literally made me not hate the show, but it went from being a 9.5 show to me to a 7.5 or 7 because of that last season. I know Whiskey Banger saw it. I think he agrees with me for the most part about season 8. Season 8 of Game of Thrones was absolute garbage. I know a lot of people in here maybe haven't seen the show. Just hang with me. So there was a prequel show called House of Dragons that came out yesterday. The premiere was yesterday. This was in talks for a long time. Game of Thrones fans were so excited for this. I was initially like, okay, cool. It's a prequel. Yeah, see, he's right. Season 8 was horrendous. So this show, House of Dragons, came out, and immediately people were excited. Game of Thrones fans were like, great. People on YouTube were like, awesome. I can get my Game of Thrones channel back up, because everybody had a Game of Thrones channel. Everybody had a reaction channel for this show. Extremely, immensely popular. Okay. So then as it's trickling out more information about the House of Dragons show for HBO, more and more information comes out, the more and more people were concerned, because they were hearing about, they wanted to get away from the original Game of Thrones. They wanted it to not feel like Game of Thrones. They don't want it to be as violent as Game of Thrones. Okay. So, okay. You want to do your own thing? George R. Martin, the author, still hasn't finished his most recent book that he was supposed to finish. It's been like years. What is it, for over 4,000 days, I believe, that he hasn't written a new book that he promised that he would write. And this is what I think this show is supposed to be. So this is kind of based off a book. I'm not an aficionado of Game of Thrones books. I think this is based off a book that he wrote, but it's not complete. So they had to kind of use their own imagination, the showrunners and writers. So of course the showrunners for the show said it's going to tackle the patriarchy and misogyny and how men keep women down, and how if women were in power, things would be great. Okay. So my flag, the red flag goes up. I'm like, okay, so am I going to want to watch this show? So I've been debating about watching the House of Dragons show. And then yesterday it premiered. So then there was this. So the House of Dragons premiered, and the fans go crazy and erupt over forced birth scene in explosive premiere. So I'm reading this. I'm like, okay. So first of all, is the show any good is what I wanted to know. Now, those of you who follow and know Nerdrotic had an awesome live stream right after the show, right after he watched the show last night with Mahler. Two awesome people. I love Nerdrotic. The guy has so much knowledge about these things. He read all these books. The guy is just, he's like, it's like Jeremy from Geeks and Gamers says, he is the Joe Rogan of the nerd culture. So the guy is amazing. If you're listening to me, if you want to know about more about this stuff, follow Nerdrotic on Twitter. Follow him on YouTube. The guy's amazing. I love the man. So anyway, he came on and said that the House of Dragons show is okay. Mahler said it had its moments. It was okay, but I love the truth. They're so honest. This is why I love listening to them. They cannot recommend the show, their own words, until they're done watching the entire season, which is going to take about, 8 to 10 weeks? I think there's 8 to 10 episodes. And I like that because they're afraid, like everybody else is afraid, that even if the first show was okay, they're a little worried about where HBO is going to go with this stuff. So, of course, we would get the media controversy here. So, again, most Game of Thrones fans were excited. The show came back. Prequels here. Ah, great. So it takes place 200 years before the events of the original Game of Thrones show. It's spanning the legacy of the Targaryen family, which is a very popular family that was very polarizing in the actual original show. The first episode. Now, follow me here. Even if you don't like the show, just listen for the political messaging in the show. In this, so Queen Aemma, I believe, played by CM Brooke, dies while giving birth to her son when her husband, King I'm bad with these names. Is it Viserys, played by Paddy Considine, opts to put his wife through an unmedicated and brutal C-section in an effort to save the sole male heir. Okay, naturally. He forces the wife to do this. Okay. Fans react strongly to the emotional graphic scene, plus reacted to when they called it forced birth on the part of the queen. Still think the worst thing about Mia's death is how Viserys took away her ability to choose in favor of treating her like a brood mare. One Twitter reviewer wrote. Another agreed, saying the birth scene was brutal, shedding tears. Okay, that's fine. It's a brutal thing. It's a brutal thing. So that was the surprise twist of the episode. These shows tend to have surprise twists. So if fans immediately used the scene to draw comparisons between overturning of Roe versus Wade and the notion of a man forcing his wife to die horrifically from a C-section in a non-medical setting. It wasn't the intent of the showrunners. However, the Supreme Court decision wasn't handed down until filming was concluded. Okay, fair enough. So I give them the benefit of the doubt. And of course, they're going on about it in context of historical content. It's accurate. Okay, well, it's a fantasy show, but if you're basing it off those times, fine. It's still horrifying to see, of course. But this is where the showrunner has to admit, very timely, given Roe versus Wade and how, despite modern medicine, we're still told what to do with our bodies. So there you go, immediately with the political messaging. Now, again, I think they're right here. It wasn't the intent initially, but because of the timing of what's happening now with Roe versus Wade and the abortion issue in the country, the showrunner has to say, yeah, good timing. And given everything we know about medicine and science today, you know what? We're still told that what we have to do with our own bodies. So immediately you go to the political messaging. Can't wait to listen to men talk about what a great show House of Dragon is all week. Meanwhile, women are watching an exact mirror of the world we live in forced birth, no rights, rape, violence, and murder at the hands of our husbands. Are you fucking kidding me? It's fantasy, though, in the satire kind of voice. Let me ask you something, women out there. My wife had a C-section. I didn't force her to have a C-section. The doctor told me she had to have a C-section, or the baby would have been in jeopardy and she would have been in jeopardy. Okay, that's not forced to me. I know that. And now listen, I'm not saying that there are not men out there forcing women to do horrific shit. But you tell me, how many women do you know personally? And maybe you do. Yeah, Whiskey Banger's right. It's always with the politics, projecting your own views, opinions onto a show, because there's only so much social media. Yeah, see, Diana had to have one. So that's what I mean. Sometimes it's just necessary. Now in this, they're trying to say, well, the male forced her to have it, so we can have his male heir, and it caused the wife her life, and this and that. And of course, the actress directly addressed the connection between the C-section and an abortion as well. When we filmed it, it's obvious, didn't cross my mind because it hadn't happened. Brooks said of the Roe versus Wade reversal. Now you realize how shocking that is. That comparisons can be made between present day and a woman's body and the right to choose what happens to her body in 1,000 years ago. It's a fucking fantasy show. It's a fantasy show. Now, I'm not saying that women didn't have them thousands of years ago in whatever supposed time period this is mimicking. But in that time, they didn't have I know what they're trying to say here. Well, now we have the technology to know when it's right to have. Okay, now that's not what you're saying here. You're not saying if it's right or wrong for a woman to choose to save her own life with a C-section or natural birth, or not having the baby to save the mother's life. I understand that part. You're just basically saying, oh, no, we don't have a right to choose. And then they've got to throw in the rape, and they got to throw in the husbands are forcing no rights, rape, violence, and murder at the hands of our husbands. What the fuck are you talking about? What are you talking about? Exactly. Whiskey Bank. His future wife had to have one. Cassie had to have one, and it was a male doctor telling Whiskey Banger's, let's just call her his wife, because it is, basically, you have to do this. This is going to save your life, save the baby's life. This is what's best. A male, so he's a misogynist, apparently, right? He's telling the woman what to do. No, because Cassie's not stupid. She's intelligent. She knows that the doctor's using this information for her best interest. And Whiskey Banger is a good husband. If he's saying, listen to the doctor, two males, telling the wife, you need to do this, that's misogyny? Oh, but but most feminists, today's feminists, not traditional feminists, today's feminists would say, but, it's my body, my choice. No, fuck you. Bullshit. Now, if it was a choice to save the baby or the wife, that's a different story. That's not what happened here. If the doctor's like, listen, it's one or the other, the baby might not survive, so we have to do something, that's a totally different story. Nobody's arguing that. This is where these morons get this all twisted and convoluted. But of course, it becomes a political statement. Take a step. How far we can step back? No, how about you're writing a fucking show about dragons breathing on people and eating each other and blowing fire out of their mouths, and then it becomes a political statement about misogyny and the patriarchy. Are you fucking kidding me? Are you kidding me? No, I didn't know. No, see, my wife chiming in. I didn't argue with our doctor when she said it. Hey, my daughter, God bless her and I love her, was a pain in the ass when she was in the belly. She wasn't cooperating, moving around. I think she even got the cord stuck around her neck at one point, and the doctor's like, we got to do this. We got to do this now. Let's cut her out and let's go. I didn't go to my wife like some little cuck beta male husband and go, oh, honey, do I have permission? Can I get your permission to save the baby? Please? I didn't do that because it was either do this or the baby dies. Do this or you're in jeopardy. So, again, this goes back to my She-Hulk argument, which I'm going to get into an argument about She-Hulk here. And the show sucks, but there's another thing that the writer came out with news today about how she doesn't know shit about the comic book, and that's a fucking disaster. But it goes to my point on this becomes another political message. This becomes a political message. It's always political shit. Projecting, excuse me, as my camera's kind of taking a shit on me here. I don't know what's wrong. I hate these. Anyway, I don't understand the logic of thinking here. And that's the problem here. I'm getting a mention here in my comments. Movies were meant to be an escape. Now, I'm not saying you can't have movies about politics, movies commenting on social issues. That's fine. Do it on your own. How uncreative and unimaginative can you be? How lazy can you be where you have to ride on the backs of other characters from established worlds and do this? I don't understand. And here's another, article from, and by the way, I want you to Bounding Into Comics. If you don't follow them, please follow them on Twitter and on YouTube. Amazing content. I love these guys. They actually follow me on Twitter. They tweeted some of my tweets recently and they exploded. I like these guys. And they wrote a great, thing here. Another piece about how it feels more timely and impactful than ever. The male patriarchy and forcing their women into nice KFC picture there. Makes me hungry for chicken. I can't even do this anymore with this show. I have to get off this subject now, but I just wanted to make you guys aware. This is what we're dealing with. This is what we're dealing with. This is the world we live in. I got more, though. I got more stuff. So, again, I'm talking a lot about the culture stuff. I had a great conversation with my uncle yesterday. I think he's listening. If he is, I hope he comments. Do you even know how to comment, Vinny, on the no offense. Listen, he's a Yankee fan, guys. Met fans in my thing. He's a Yankee fan. My uncle, I love him. He's a great guy. He's one of the good ones. We were talking last night about how he's really not into this stuff. He's just not aware of it, but he appreciates me talking about this stuff because it keeps him aware. It keeps him away from watching this stuff, but it keeps him aware. So we have Spider-Man. Everybody knows Spider-Man, right? Doesn't matter if you watch the movies. If you have grandkids, kids, you know who Spider-Man is. So there's a comic book, and Whiskey Banger might know this. There is a Into the Spider-Verse set of comics. Again, I'm not knowledgeable completely on this stuff. It's not really my thing. I like Spider-Man, but I wasn't like a big comic book Spider-Man reader. But I did some research, watched some cool shows. I watched some videos on YouTube about this. So it's Edge of Spider-Verse, where it's different type variations of Spider-Man in different universes and, whatever. I actually liked the movie on Netflix, Into the Spider-Verse. It wasn't bad. Miles Morales was the main character. I didn't go crazy and say, well, you can't have Miles Morales as Spider. It was okay. It was fun. Probably some people consider it the best Spider-Man movie. So in the Spider-Verse comics got woke because, Marvel's doing Marvel things these days. And so I believe, if I'm correct, in the Spider-Verse issue number 3, I believe, and correct me if I'm wrong, if you're listening, if you know this, of course, in issue 3 of the Spider-Verse, they had to have a black, gay, female Spider-Man. Of course, because if you don't, well, then you're misogynist, right? So I think number 4 just came out recently or not too long ago, and I want to show you this. So you have number 4, and as my boy Weaponized Nerd Rage is like, well, what is this? So you're looking at this, you go, okay, well, here's Spider-Man, right? Again, people follow me. Just follow me here. Follow me. I know you may not be interested in this, but stick with me because this is fun. Edge of Spider-Verse, I think issue number 4. Now, immediately you see the girl wearing the flag as a dress. So you're thinking, okay, here we go. She is a disabled Spider-Man. Spider-Man, as my wife likes when I do the quotations. Spider-Man. Woman. She's disabled. I think she has EDS syndrome. Some kind of like somebody look up EDS syndrome for me. I did a little bit of research on it, but I didn't have time to do full, but I did a little bit. So it's basically a very painful thing. I don't know if it's where you're paralyzed or you have a lot of pain when you move in your joints, and literally it's a horrible thing. So they make her have EDS. She's disabled. And this is not, listen, I'm in no way, shape, or form making fun of disabled people. God bless you if you are. I know disabled people. To turn this into a comic book, this is my point. This to me is more offensive than making fun of them. She has if you look here, she has a wheelchair, a webbed wheelchair. And I believe these are either crutches or nightsticks to help her walk, I believe, that shoot webs that come from the wheelchair. Has this costume, looks like trash. The art in this looks like trash in the background. And I'm not a comic book nerd, but this looked terrible. And that means that when she's swinging around, she can't use her legs. So they're just flapping around like helicopters. Just flap. Listen, to me, that's more offensive than the act. Okay, how do you pronounce that, Whiskey Banger? Okay, this is what she has. Is it Ehlers-Danlos syndrome? No, not. Okay, Diana, you're thinking about the wrong thing. EDS, erectile dysfunction, DIS function. I'm going to drink to that because that was good. Diana, you made me laugh. And here's Timothy. Timothy's going, I would swing you around. You can do whatever you want with my legs. Oh, I love my friends. My boy Filipino Meatball and Whiskey Banger in the chat. She posted the definition. Well, I don't have it. Where did you post it to? I don't know what any of this means. Okay, so somebody give me what the definition is of EDS. Because I'm very curious about what the actual definition is. I know my wife's telling me she posted it, but I don't see it. Anyway, she's got EDS syndrome. She's swinging around. I don't know. She's going to some event here, I assume, a wedding, a party. And, of course, she's in a wheelchair and immediately with the gay pride dress. I mean, again, Marvel doing Marvel things. And you want to know why? I support the Rippaverse and why the Rippaverse is going to explode in the comic book industry. A group? Okay, so it's a group of inherited disorders that mostly affect the skin, joints, and blood vessels. So she can't walk, apparently, basically. Now, you posted it 4 times here. So Now, let me ask you in the chat, what's more offensive? Now, again, I'm not making fun of her because she has a disablement. I feel bad that she's disabled. Why does this have to be a Spider-Man comic? First of all, it's Spider-fucking-Man. Not Spider-gay-woman-man. Or whatever the fuck they identify these days. This is why I like Eric July and what he's doing. He created his own characters in an original comic book universe. You are telling me you don't have the imagination to come up with a disabled superhero who's gay and has all these ailments and make up your own characters. They have no imagination. They have no imagination. They have to ride the backs of legacy characters that are established. And I know what people are saying on Twitter today. Well, if they can have a pig, because in the Spider-Verse, there's a pig Spider-Man. That's different. You could think that's stupid if you want. You could even like this if you want. Fine. But explain yourself. How? This isn't offensive to disabled people? She's using her walker knees or stretcher things to fly around with webs out of a wheelchair she's wearing. Yes, I did, Whiskey Bang. I assumed his or her. I don't even know what she's a lesbian. She's a lesbian. She's gay. Of course, everybody is these days, right? But I mean, she's shooting webs out of a wheelchair, flying around with lifeless legs. That's not offensive to people. But me commenting on it and critiquing it is offensive. That's what's offensive, is me giving a critique and then I'm a racist or I'm anti-gay or I'm misogynist and I hate female. No. You're just stupid because you can't take the criticism. You can't take criticism, and because you have no imagination, you have no drive to actually come up with your own stuff. Again, the Rippaverse is going to succeed, and people are going after him lately. They've been going after this poor guy Eric July because of his Rippaverse and how he's scamming people. No. Don't be jealous of the man for doing his own thing. Don't be mad at someone who took years of their life and dedicated. He's paying Marvel and DC writers of comic books. Do you hear what I just said? Marvel and DC writers of comic books. They worked for DC and Marvel and got underpaid. They got paid so poorly and underpaid. He's doubling what they've made with them, and they're actually making a good living under him. And he hasn't even started. Nothing's happened yet. But they love working with the guy. I wonder why. Look up the information on Marvel and DC. They underpay their people. It's erroneous what they do to their writers. They're pieces of shit. They're pieces of shit, Marvel and DC, what they do. Just look at the work they're putting out. Is there something weird about my collar? My collar? Well, I'm wearing an undershirt tonight. You know what? Don't worry about my collar, Tim. Thank you for checking. Thank you for caring, Tim. I appreciate that. I mean, this is unbelievable. But where do we end with this? Now, I think they're again, the tide will turn. I think enough. This is a small majority of people in this world, in this country, that like this shit. The little tiny 1% or less than 1%. People are getting fed up with this stuff. It's in every facet of entertainment and every culture now of entertainment, comic books, movies. I watched the movie on Netflix this past weekend, The Gray Man, with Ryan Gosling and that stupid Captain America. What is porn stash? Fucking hate Chris Evans. I hate him. Guy's a coward. Good movie. It was a fun movie. It was a fun action movie. It wasn't great. The plot was a little thin, but for what it was, it knew what it was. It was just a good action movie. They're running around. It was basically a John Wick ripoff, but in a good way. It was fun. But I have to sit there through the entire movie now. You want to see my chest hair, Tim? That's a little, maybe later. You have to sit through movies now and kind of just sit there and go, okay, well, what's going to be woke now? What's going to be woke? What's coming? Is the female character going to save his life multiple times? What character is going to be trans? What character is going to be gay? And it's like, okay, you can have those in movies. That's fine. But now I have to worry. Yeah, exactly, Whiskey Banger. It's a good dumb action movie. I actually liked it. It was entertaining for 2 hours. It's not going to blow your socks off, but you're not going to be disappointed in watching it. But you have to sit through this stuff. Like every TV show now, I have to be like, is it going to be woke though? Is it going to have a narrative? Am I going to be preached to? Told I'm a piece of shit because I'm a white male? I'm getting tired of this shit. I'm getting to the point now where I literally don't want to watch anything. And if I do, I got to sit there and wonder. I have to sit there and wonder, oh God, what are they going to preach to me now? What's going to happen now? Speaking of, going back into bounding into comics. So you heard my rant about She-Hulk on Friday's show. Had a good one. I reposted I'm an Italian male, so I guess that's Tim. Is that considered a white male, I guess? I don't know. I was called different names when I was growing up. I was called a lot of things when I was growing up because I had the Italian heritage. I was called the white N-word because, Italians are the Sicilians especially are associated with, whatever. I was called a lot. I didn't run to mommy. I didn't ask for reparations and demand equality. It's funny. All these people want equality. Women want equality. All the feminists, today's feminists. I'm not talking about all the women in here are great. I'm talking about the current day Gen Z feminist lunatics who don't actually do anything to help their cause. They just bitch and complain and wish they can get laid. Those are the people that I look at and go, you want to have equality? Go be a plumber. You want to be equal like a man? Go be a roofer. Go work in an oil rig. No, you don't want to do that though. No, that's not equality. That's a man's job. He's Nazi. Hold on. I should probably charge my laptop so it doesn't blow up. So anyway, let's do this She-Hulk garbage. Look at this shit. She-Hulk head writer Jessica Gao explains decision to update Jennifer Walters. Jennifer Walters is the alter ego of She-Hulk. Reveals complete misunderstanding of the original Marvel comic. No, you didn't read the comic. You didn't give a shit about the comic. You wanted to write a feminist psychopath show about how you hate men. And this is the result. And this is from Bounding into Comics. Please follow them. They are amazing. And it's not just comic book content. They have everything up here if you look. And in yet another example of the fact that Marvel Studios has long since stopped caring about treating its source material with any semblance of respect, She-Hulk attorney at law, head writer, listen to this, head writer, Jessica Gao has revealed that Jade Giante's origin story was altered for the Disney Plus series because she herself fundamentally misunderstood the comics. Jesus, the character's original comic book introduction. No, she didn't misunderstand shit. She didn't misunderstand shit. She didn't want to write it the original way, or she was too stupid and ignorant not to write it that way because she had a message. I got to write a message. Men, ugh. Give me a break. And okay, here is the part that I love. The origin story of how she became She-Hulk. We talked about this. Whiskey Banger knew this. So Jennifer Walters gained her powers after being shot by a hitman. So a mob hitman shot her and sought to prevent her from serving as the defense attorney for a small-time criminal. Because she's an attorney. Okay, cool. Unable to find any immediate medical assistance and aware of his cousin has already lost a staggering amount of blood, Bruce Banner makes his executive decision to perform an emergency blood transfusion, giving himself and Jen between them, saving her life at the cost of imbuing her with his own set of Hulk powers. So his gamma blood. No, Tim, your effect of women is they run away. Or they'll just drop dead because you're around them. I don't know. So I initially thought it was because of an accident, a car accident. Apparently it was because of this. The original comic, 1979 comic, was because she was shot. So he has gamma radiation in his blood. She gets that. And then, boom. He saves her life. However, if I can get to it without seeing KFC, in the Marvel Cinematic Universe, the current universe, Jen's simplified origin sees her gain her abilities thanks to but this is how fucking stupid this is. In the original comic, a blood transfusion transforms her. in this stupid new show, a drop of Bruce's blood, because he gets in a car accident, a drop of the blood splashing into one of her open wounds as she pulled her cousin from a spaceship-induced car wreck. A drop of his blood goes into her, and magically she's She-Hulk. You fucking kidding me with this that's lazy, incompetent writing. Lazy. With many fans confused as to why She-Hulk writers' room would swap Jen's harrowing origin story. Well, we know why they swapped it. We know why. Because a man can't save a woman. Not these days, right? Not in Marvel. No, the woman's got to save him. He's wearing in a device that I forgot what it's called. A device that he can't turn into the Hulk. So she's got to save him out of a car accident. Okay, cool. First, the head honchos at Marvel specifically didn't want it to be a mob hit. Fine. You want to deviate a little bit? Fine. Make the car accident where she was rescued from him in the same situation. She needed a blood transfusion. Nope. On a personal level, Gal noted that she supported the origin change because for me, having to watch this Bruce Banner, this Hulk who's a pussy, excuse my language, they turned the Hulk into a beast of a man, a beast who was just an animal. He's a stupid man when he became the Hulk, and he became an animal. Rage, power. He was a god, basically. Now, we can't have that, though. We can't have strong male characters in this Marvel universe. The female's got to be strong. It just felt like we saw him really be tortured by this. No, you're fucking cowards. She saw it as a curse. It forced him not to have any relationship. Okay, so Bruce Banner didn't want this, but he accepted it eventually and whatever. In the original comics, though, she thanked the Hulk for saving Bruce Banner for saving her. She took on the persona, and there you go. It was all good. And if I recall correctly, the reason why Bruce Banner became such a raged, hulking beast, and Whiskey Banger, correct me if I'm wrong, is because the way that the gamma radiation works, I'm getting a little nerdy here, so just follow with me. The way that the powers work for him is that it takes your deepest, darkest, not fears, but God, what's the word I'm looking for? It takes your deepest, darkest, maybe secrets and wants that you normally wouldn't portray. So he was a weakling. He was a nerd, Bruce Banner. He wasn't going to fight anybody. He wasn't strong enough to fight. He was one of the most intelligent people ever alive. So what does he do? He becomes the Hulk, and because of his power now, it comes out of him. He's rage. He could never defend himself at first. He was a weakling. Now he's not. That's why the angrier he gets, the stronger he gets. That's why he's hulking. That's why he's just a god. But he's stupid because, when he becomes the Hulk, his brain functions go way down because that strength and energy comes out of him. Jennifer Walters, on the other hand, had the persona of she felt powerful, but she was kind of like not a nerdy attorney, but she wanted to be more known. She wanted to be a little more presentable, stand out a little more. So she took on a sexy kind of persona. I think she even banged Hercules in the comics. Yeah, you heard that right. As everybody's talking about Bloody Marys and Tabasco sauce in this. But I'm all glad you're here. You can talk about whatever you want. I'm going on a tangent here. Bloody Marys do sound amazing, by the way. I can't take it anymore with this stuff. But this is what we're and they're admitting it now. The cannoli cream is close to curdling. I'm losing my mind over this. But they're admitting it now. Oh, we were ignorant about this. We didn't know about the origin story. You didn't want to know. You didn't give a shit to know. You didn't take the time out to look into this because you have an agenda. Just come out and admit it. We have an agenda. I'd have more respect for these people if they said, yes, we have an agenda. We have an agenda. We want inclusivity. Oh my God, I want strong female She-Hulk because men suck. My favorite quote from this psychopath, I got to find this. From this psychopath actress who's playing this person, you know, she came out and she goes, well, I just think that women's bodies in the Marvel universe are just, oh God, it's just like, they just care. Men care about too much about the female bodies and how they're portrayed. It's like, okay, naked Thor, Captain America shirtless, Ant-Man shirtless. Who else? Who am I missing? Who am I missing? But they're not even hiding it. She didn't there was a complete misunderstanding of the origin character. Okay. Was it a misunderstanding, or are you just stupid? Or just didn't care? You just didn't care. Admit it. You didn't care. You didn't care. You don't care. You're never going to care. I mean, I don't understand any of this. Oh, and then, you know, here's another one. Again, my people bounding into comics. I love these people, man. You're going to like this, Whiskey Banger, if you're still listening. I'm going to share this real quick. Rumor is Batgirl actress Leslie. So they just canceled the Batgirl movie on Warner Brothers. Batgirl actress Leslie Grace allegedly approached by Warner Brothers Discovery to reprise her role in future projects. Okay, so we knew when the movie got canceled, the movie was probably shit. I never thought that the actual character was going to go away. Ever. I remember, yeah, Bill Bixby. I love the show. Lou Ferrigno was the Hulk. I used to love that show as a kid. We knew this was going to happen. Bounding into comics is awesome, by the way. I love them. But we knew all this. Look at all this content they put out. Yeah, she's, you know, we knew it. Oh, by the way, I cannot wait until Lord of the Rings comes out. I got to tell you something. I'm very, I'm very on the fence about watching this show. Oh my God, did my thing just freeze again? If you can still hear me, stick with me. I'm going to remove this. I'm done sharing. Sorry about that. New equipment, same old problems. This new Lord of the Rings show is starting very soon. I think next weekend. So you have the She-Hulk show, you have this garbage House of Dragons, Game of Thrones show, you have This is going to be a crazy month for content. I don't know if I'm going to watch any of these. It's not a new Hulk movie, Mike D. It's a show. It's called The She-Hulk, where men are trash. If you go back to my YouTube channel, you'll see I made a video about it, or I clipped out a video about us talking about it. So go to my YouTube channel, CannoliSasquatch. You'll see it. I'm trying to make more content like that. Where listen, I don't have time. Working a full-time job, it's a little hard right now to make new videos. So I'm just trying to clip out parts of the podcast that we're doing for now. Eventually, in time, I'll be able to make more. Again, whoever's watching this, I appreciate you all 11 people. You guys are all awesome. Like, subscribe, share the videos, the channel. I really appreciate it. It does help. I don't have a lot of subscribers, but I do have a lot of people who watch live streams. For me, for the amount of subscribers I have, it's awesome. It's just like, when does this stuff end? There's got to be an end game to this, right? It's just, to me, just getting ridiculous about how they keep pushing and pushing and pushing and pushing and pushing. And then to come out and just basically admit, hey, yeah, we were ignorant. We didn't follow the source material, because why would we? I didn't know. We wanted to do it a different way. Did you? Oh, man. What a world we live in. Let me see here. Marvel. What is this? Marvel Studios has reportedly started allocating CGI work more fairly and in a more logical way. Yeah, they treat their FX people like shit. Their CGI, they treat them like shit. But they're trying to make that work. They're going to do it in-house, basically. Disney's going to hire their own in-house people. Oh, by the way, Whiskey Banger, if you're listening, there was going to be a Batman Caped Crusader series that was going to be on HBO Max by J.J. Abrams, and it got canceled. Thank God. We don't need woke Batman projects. by J.J. Abrams is the most overrated fucking movie filmmaker producer in the history of fucking. The guy sucks. The guy sucks. Yeah, you could say, oh, his movie. No. Name me one good movie. Tim, yeah, you should audit them. All right. I'll give you permission for that. This is where we are, though. By the way, you want to see the funniest thing ever? You want to see, you know who Brian Stelter is? Brian Stelter of CNN just got fired recently. Well, he got a new job. And this is it. He is the new She-Hulk. That is one of the funniest fucking pictures I've ever seen in my life of Brian Stelter. What a piece of shit that guy is. I heard Don Lemon's going to be next. What do you think of that? Yeah, woke Batman's a no-go, especially for Whiskey Banger. It's his. Listen, I love Batman. Love Batman. Don't fuck with Whiskey Banger and Batman. Don't do it. It's not going to end well. Anyway. I mean, I really got nothing left to say. I had my rants. Star Trek was okay. The first one was good. No, I don't blame you, Mike D. Mike D's awesome. Mike D followed me on my gaming session yesterday. Him and Greg were awesome. Playing Call of Duty Black Ops 4 yesterday afternoon. I streamed it on YouTube. Still trying to figure out how to stream on Twitch. But Mike D and I were talking about Call of Duty, how he used to play it in the old days. And then Greg was telling me about some game, Mission Impossible. Whoa. Which Mission Impossible are you talking about, Tim? Which Mission Impossible did J.J. Abrams make? I don't remember. Don't tell me it was the third one. Because it was okay. He's fucking overrated. The guy sucks. Fuck out of here. Star Wars was trash. The movie Super 8 was trash. No, nothing woke is ever good. And here's the thing. Diana's right. Nothing woke is ever good. No, he did not make. No. Look that up. Whoever's listening here, look up who directed Mission Impossible 4. I think was that Rogue Nation. Look up who made that. So I don't think that was J.J. I think he made 3, and 3 was okay. I didn't hate 3, but it's not as good as 4, 5, and 6. Hell, the first one was Brian De Palma, and we all know who made Scarface and a couple other movies. Well, it's not a matter of even. I don't even want. See, here's the term: anti-woke. I don't even want that. I just want no woke, no political messaging, anti-woke. I don't even want conservative views in some movies. Now they can make those movies, make their own movies, do your own original stories. Fine. I don't have to love them all. I just want no messaging from any political leaning group. Give me good stories like we used to get. And if there is a message, fine. I really don't want it, but as long as it's not just knocking you over the head every 5 seconds. Yeah, he directed 3. Mission Impossible 3 was okay. It was starting to improve, but he's still trash. Give me a list of movies J.J. Abrams wrote, or not wrote, but directed. Trash. Guy's the most overrated fucking thing in Hollywood. He sucks. Him and his little nerd glasses. Here you go, Tanner. Whiskey Banger, you ready? The Batman Caped Crusader animated series. The show was going to be more modern in terms of inclusivity and representation. A direct quote from Bruce Timm regarding Batman Caped Crusader animation. Got canceled. Bye. I remember Fringe. I mean, I don't think he directed that. He produced that show, Fringe. I don't know. I just don't like the guy. I'm sorry. I just think he's overrated. That's just me. Maybe I don't know. I just don't like him. I think he's a bad dude. A lot of these people who are in Disney now are from his bad robot production company, and look what they're doing. His wife, I think, got involved. I don't know. There's a long story there. Just trash. I mean, give me more movies like Top Gun Maverick. And I'm not saying Top Gun Maverick was the greatest movie ever. It's a great sequel. I'm not saying it's like a masterpiece like The Godfather, but compared to the shit that's out now, it felt that way. No messaging. And you know what the funny thing is? It had diverse characters, had women, had black people. They were pilots in the Navy, had a romance. And the woman in the movie, Jennifer Connelly, who played his girlfriend, was empowering, but she wasn't obnoxious. She was there to help him, help her man. He helped her with things. She helped him. It's the way it fucking should be. There was no agenda. Fucking key word, no agenda. Again, we're just going off the basic things here. It's just this is common knowledge, man. Stop doing this woke shit. Don't do anti-woke. Don't do woke. Don't do woke at all. Get away from this. Disney is going to learn because eventually their profits and viewership are going to go way down. Money talks. I don't give a shit what agenda you have. What corporations are out there sticking out their fucking pride flags during June. You're all full of shit. It's all fake. July 1st, everything's down. All the shit's down off social media. They don't talk about it anymore. I'll always be your agenda, Tim. Okay, so the game Greg was talking about is Liberty Park. And there was a real-life Marine playing online with us. Okay, that's cool. He killed me. Yeah, playing video games online is not fun, especially against Whiskey Banger's ex-military. He destroys me in Call of Duty. Destroys me. It's an instinctual thing, I think. I don't know. The guy zones in, man. It's fucking crazy. Yeah, you're right, Mike D. They're losing money. You can't stick to this plan forever. I'll look into that, Greg. I'll look into that. You can't stick to this plan forever. It's not going to work long term. It's not sustainable. It's impossible to do this. Warner Brothers knows this. That's why this, whatever his name is, Zaslav, whatever his name is, the new CEO, president, he's canceling shit. It's not, no, it doesn't mean he's going to rearrange things and still come out with crap. He probably still will release crap, but he's going to be very particular in what he's releasing. He's going to be very particular. Canceling Batgirl, canceling Supergirl, which nobody cares about Supergirl. Now, as a side character, maybe. Give me Henry Cavill back with a good Superman story. Man of Steel, trash. Even though there were parts of the movie I liked, not a good movie. Zack Snyder's got to stay away from Superman. Maybe a Batman movie. I would see Zack Snyder doing a Batman movie. Him and Ben Affleck, fine. Stay away from Superman. Give me Henry Cavill. Henry Cavill was a perfect Superman. Just you gave him shit movies to work with. I'll have a drink to that. Wish it was real. I mean, I just don't understand. And like I said, you don't even have to like Top Gun. You don't even have to like Top Gun. You don't. But there's a reason why the movie's doing well. Goes on sale tomorrow. I might pick it up. I might just pick it up. It's just very frustrating. I don't know. It's extremely frustrating to have to deal with this crap. And again, if you're criticizing this stuff, then you're on the wrong. No, criticism is a good thing. Criticism helps. If it's constructive criticism, it helps people. So a lot of these, I can't wait for Lord of the Rings. They're going to destroy this show. It looks like shit. I will say one thing about House of Dragons from the clip I saw. The clips, the CGI looks good. The costumes look good, and the sets look pretty good for the most part, except for the wigs they wear. They look stupid with the wig. Lord of the Rings show looks terrible. What's next, though, for Disney? They have more shit coming out. But in the next few months, you have She-Hulk, you have Lord of the Rings, you have House of Dragons. This is going to be a lot. You're going to see so many people making so much money, become millionaires off content on YouTube. Mark my words. The people I follow are going to make a shit ton of money and gain a lot of subscribers based off this stuff because there's just so much content to create from this. And if I was monetized on YouTube, I'd be making videos every day about all this shit. Not monetized yet. I'll be a long time before I probably am. Got to get my subscriber count up. I don't know what else to say, really. It's insane. It's insane. Did everybody see Better Call Saul? Oh, yeah, there's a Hocus Pocus. Remember Hocus Pocus, the Halloween movie with the 3 large women who are witches? Yeah, that's going to be pretty woke. I remember seeing the trailer. And not that this is necessarily an issue. I didn't see a lot A lot of diversity in the new one, but it's not shocking because it's Disney. That's going to be some of these memes on Twitter are great with this stuff. The Hocus Pocus looks terrible. It's just bad. It's just really bad. You hope we win. I just hope that we can kind of just take some of this stuff back and bring it back to just a neutral place. Give me some good movies, man. But the problem is, even then, there's just nothing original anymore. Everything's bad. Fat witches. No, oh, they fat. Yeah, basically, they do want to be accepted, but it's. If you've never seen Hocus Pocus, it's a movie that came out a long time ago on Disney, I think. Cute. It was cute. Here's my boy right here. Eric July. My boy. This is what I mean about doing things on your own. Bought a warehouse, put up his own network, hired his own writers, did get people to do the artwork, all on his own, distributing everything on his own. Got his cargo van to make deliveries. All on his own. And then people are calling this man out. Oh, you're ripping people off. No. I want to see you do this. See anybody else out there put up $200,000 of their own money and take a risk like this. It's going to work out, though. Guy's going to be a billionaire. 10 years from now, when this stuff is blowing up and they're making movies and TV shows. Daily Wire presents Rippaverse. Isom issue number 1. Boom. Because Marvel, I don't know where they're going to be in 10 years. What are they going to be making? The they, them, he, she, LGBTIQA plus EA equals MC squared movie? What the fuck is that going to look like? Yeah, I'll be here Friday, Greg. We're going to do a Friday podcast. We always do Friday podcasts. By the way, Filipino Meatball and Whiskey Banger, come up with some ideas. Because I'm kind of... I always say this. I don't know what content to come up with for shows, and it always presents itself. Stuff like this will pop up. Appreciate it, Diana. Appreciate it, Greg. Appreciate everybody who shows up for the Friday streams. I know Fridays are tough, too, because it's late on Friday night. People are busy, but I do, I appreciate it. There might be a time eventually where maybe we can do some of these streams at an earlier time, or maybe even a different day. I like to stick to the schedule, though, for the most part. There will become a time in September. On Labor Day, we're off, right? So that's a Monday. I might do a Monday afternoon show on Labor Day weekend. It's coming up in 2 weeks. And then at the end of September, I'm going to be on a small little sabbatical, a little vacation. I'm going to visit some family in Texas. I have no problem giving Whiskey Banger and the Filipino Meatball the reins on that time when I'm gone that Friday. I believe it's the 29th or the 30th of September. They want to do it on their own. I'll give them everything they need to work on their own. I didn't ask you to be on the show, Tim. If you want to be, you can. I might just do it maybe mid-afternoon show on Labor Day because it's a day off. Do like an hour instead of doing it at night. Hey, Whiskey Banger, I'm down, man. You want to do a show on Labor Day? It's cool. We could do that. We can do a short one. Just catch up. I'm down, man. I'm gonna actually see Whiskey Banger. I think I want to come to your house soon, and I want to see what that garage looks like. Help you set it up. I think that would be so much fun. Why am I folding my arms like a grandfather? What the hell is wrong with me? I'm getting so old. Look at my hair. Look, I haven't gotten a haircut in this is like a month now. And it's not long, but it's annoying. I hate hair. I hate it. Shave it. I almost want to lose it all, but I look weird with a bald head. Don't worry, Diana. If you're on vacation, I understand it's Labor Day. It's a vacation. Enjoy yourself. You can always catch up with the show on the replay. Maybe that might be the plan. I got to talk to Whiskey Banger about that. We'll see. It's early morning that game, so we'll see. I'll definitely be in touch with him on that. With that. College football starting next Saturday. I know Whiskey Banger is ecstatic to watch his Cornhuskers kick some ass. I'm not going to lie. I'm excited for it. Listen, this is a great time of year for us. People in the chat that are Met fans, it's great because take tonight away. Things happen. Losses happen. We have a lot to look forward to in the next month. Once August is over, September is it. This is the push for the playoffs. I have college football. I got Met games to watch that actually mean something. I mean, they all mean something, but you know what I mean. This is a great time of year. I'm gonna do something fun for Tim's daughter's birthday. We're going to a splash pad, I believe, in a part of Arizona, Phoenix, or a suburb of Phoenix here. I might live stream some of that. That's gonna be what, in 2 weeks, 2.5 weeks. That'll be fun. Who wants to see Whiskey Banger, Filipino Meatball in bathing suits with me? I don't know if shirts are coming off. That's gonna be fun. Yeah, the wife came up with an awesome. It's Labor Day weekend. I'm sorry, you're right. So that's Sunday. Wow. Okay. So yes, the Labor Day weekend, the Sunday of Labor Day weekend, we're going to be hanging out for Tim's daughter's birthday, and we're going to be doing some splashing, some water stuff because it's still hot as hell here in September, early September. So that'll be fun. I think I might do some live streaming. I got a waterproof iPhone. It'll be good. Maybe some chest hair comes out. Maybe a nip. I don't know. Who wants? Listen, Diana, do you want to see the Filipino meatballs without a shirt? I don't know. It's kind of enticing. Let's make sure I eat first. Or maybe I shouldn't eat. I don't know. That's going to be interesting. But I'm looking forward to that. It's going to be fun. We're going to do some live stream. We got some plans. We got plans. Listen, like I said, we're trying to do this thing. It's hard to keep a regular schedule. I'm trying to keep a regular schedule as much as I can. The content's always presenting itself. That's not the problem. Problem is finding time. I don't have a lot of time to do my own personal videos. Just working a full 10-hour job every day. It's not easy. Editing takes time. Making a video takes a lot of time. I mean, we edited, my wife and I she helped me edit the clip that I put up about the She-Hulk from the podcast. It took almost 6 hours. Pull it, edit it, do a thumbnail, cut, music, whatever else is on there. That's just one 17-minute video. So I don't know how people do it every day, but if it's your full-time job, I guess you have the time. So I appreciate everybody showing up tonight. See, Diana's down. Diana's down for the skins. She wants to see Filipino meatball without a shirt. Oh, I always tend to my wife. My wife is never, she's not unappreciated. Especially this past weekend. I helped, I did some things, husbandly things for her. I don't mean that. I mean, like around the house, helping. She was appreciative. Anyway, I really don't know what else I could chat about right now. It's late. I'm tired. I know you're all tired. I said I was going to do a quick hour. It's turned into an hour and 20 minutes, but I do have fun doing these streams. Thank you, Diana. Yeah, I mean, I said what I had to say. So Fauci, adios. Hopefully see you somewhere else soon well, I hope I don't see you soon, but I hope where I do see you end up is nowhere you want to be. She-Hulk, more garbage from the writers. Lord of the Rings, no, not Lord. Game of Thrones, more political bullshit, feminist bullshit. And it's sad because it's a show I maybe wanted to watch. Now I'm just really not interested anymore. We'll see. We'll see. Tomorrow, Mets Yankees. Let's hope that the Mets win. And then they get a much deserved day off. They need that badly. Rippaverse is killing it. Marvel still sucks. DC still sucks. Sure, if you want to make a special appearance. I don't know. You really want to? Okay, whatever. Yeah, that'll be fun. That'll be fun to live stream some of that. If my phone doesn't explode from the heat. We need Hulk t-shirts that say She-Hulk sucks. Yeah, we can make that. We could have him that says, we can make character like funny shirts. Female power. Female power. Because men suck, right? Yeah, so I might do another gaming stream sometime this week. Those are usually fun. Also, they're still looking, Whiskey Banger, to make the Batman Caped Crusader show, but not with HBO. So it's going to still be woke. Zaslav is the new president of HBO and Warner Brothers, and he's cutting everything. He's done. He's done with the woke shit. This guy's done. He's a businessman. He knows that woke shit's not going to sell, and people are tired of it, and the ratings are down, the profits are down. He's cutting everything. I love it. That's why I like men. Diana, I hear you. I appreciate that, by the way. Alex Stein getting mentions from Dave Portnoy. I love it. Portnoy's not a fan, but I love Alex Stein. Alex Stein is hilarious. Yeah, so that's basically it. I think that's pretty much gonna. Okay, my baby Sasquatch freaks me out. I think my computer just took a crappy. I don't know what just happened. I think my computer just froze on me again. If you could still hear me. Okay, there we go. I don't know what's going on. This stupid camera and microphone. It's such a piece of shit. I can't wait to get my original setup back from that office. Eventually, a couple of months, I'll be back with my full equipment. It's gonna freeze again here in a second, by the way, because this laptop cannot handle it. It can't handle the multitasking. What is Tim saying about my baby Sasquatch? No, I'm sorry, Sasquatch Junior. Baby Sasquatch needs a mustache like Cannoli. Okay, I can give Sasquatch Junior. We changed the name because it's just more appropriate. He looks like some lawyer is about to ask, point and touch the doll here. Don't be afraid of the baby. Don't be afraid of Sasquatch Junior, Tim. Kind of looks like you actually a little bit. Just like the priest used to touch you, Timmy. Is that what it is? Is that why you're just traumatized by that? So anyway, we're going to do another stream on Friday. I don't know if Filipino Meatball is going to be there because he's afraid. But Whiskey Banger and I will definitely be there. We'll come up with some cool topics, some cool stuff. I know there's going to be something that's going to be about woke stuff that we'll talk about because that's the gift that keeps on giving. I do appreciate my loyal fans for chipping in. I'm so sorry. I'm so tired right now. It's been a long day. It's almost 8:30 in the evening here. I got to still shower, and I'm in bed. I'm an old man. I go to bed. I'm up at 5:30, 6 o'clock in the morning now. It's not easy being old, man. It's not, but it's fun. I'm traumatized that the priest touched me everywhere else. Touched everyone except me. Why wasn't I good enough, Greg? Why? It's probably because, well, we're not going to go there because I'll get kicked off of YouTube. You got to put out more, buddy. Should have put a rosary in a special place. You know what I mean? Oh, thanks, Diana. I appreciate that. I actually smell good. I put on too much deodorant usually, though, but I always smell good. But I just need a shower and go to bed. Yeah, Filipino Meatball's nuts. This is why we love him and love having him on the podcast, though, because he says the stupidest, craziest shit, but it makes great content. Wish you could see what he texts us in our thread. That's the scariest part. Yeah, I got a consistent 9-10 people in here right now, which is still pretty good, just listening to me babble on. I've just been babbling on like a lunatic. Okay, so we're going to have a Bloody Mary bar. This is the funny part. You want to have a Bloody Mary bar at his kid's birthday party for the adults in 105-degree weather in the middle of the hottest part of the day. Okay. With water around and pools and splash pads. That doesn't spell disaster at all, does it? I think that's just a disaster waiting to happen. But I do love it. I really, a pickle bar I can do. I don't know if I can drink Bloody Marys with the keto stuff. I don't know how that works. There's a lot of carbs in that, or I don't know. With ice. Hey, you guys can do what you want. You want to have a Bloody Mary bar and a pickle bar? Fuck. Just give me the chicken. Oh, no. Filipino Meatball's mom is making me special Filipino meals. It's beef, it's chicken. I can eat a lot of it. I'm going to fast all day that day until I get there. So I can eat. What sounds gross? A pickle bar? I mean, I love pickles. And I love Bloody Marys, but it's like in a part of the country where it's extremely hot and there's so much sodium in those things, you're going to dehydrate so fast. Oh, I guess I can have Bloody Marys. I do love a good Bloody Mary. Oh my God, it's one of my favorite things in the world. Yeah, I can treat myself to a Bloody Mary. Pickles and Bloody Marys are my favorite things in life. Okay. I guess. So before I go, anybody else have anything else they want to bring up real quick before I hit the end broadcast button? I know whoever's listening, I'm really sorry. I've been kind of rambling on for the last half hour. I got through the main parts of what I needed to talk about. And like I said, I like coming on Mondays just to kind of vent. It was a long work day. This is kind of therapeutic for me. I appreciate everybody listening. All 9 people, 10 people. I had 11 up to 11 or 12 people at one point. I love you all. I have some new followers, maybe. Hopefully, subscribe to the channel. Go to CannoliSasquatch on YouTube. Subscribe. Like the videos. Share the videos. That's the only way we're going to grow because of you, the fans. It's always the fans. Pickle juice is good for actually dehydration, though. Pickle juice is better than Gatorade. Well, what? I didn't make what my favorite thing list of pickles? Iced pickle juice. You guys are fucking sick. You're all fucking nuts. Iced pickle juice? You know what? I'm stupid enough to try it. And we like each other beside you. Beside you? Diana, you okay? Oh, I love meatballs, she said. Well, who doesn't love meatballs? Do you like cannolis, though? That's the question. Yeah, so we'll be back Friday. We're going to have a lot to talk about, I'm sure. We'll get some topics in here. We'll have a fun... I don't know if we'll do a 3.5 hour show like we did before, but that was kind of fun. It was a long night, but it was fun. I appreciate you all, though. Okay, it's time for bed. Daddy, wrap it up. What the fuck? Calling me daddy? Yeah, it's time to go. It's been an hour and a half. I know, Tim. Just the way you call me daddy on the weekends. Thanks, Greg. Thanks, Diana. Thanks, Whiskey Banger. Thanks, Filipino Meatball. Thanks, Mike D. Thanks, whoever else didn't comment but was watching. I appreciate it. Again, please share the channel. Share the videos. Like the videos. Even if you really don't, please help. Subscribe to the channel. That really helps. I don't know, Diana. Where $20 is $20. Hey, Tim, for you, it's free, buddy. Even if you don't like the videos, make comments on the videos. Tell me what I should change, what I should improve. I'm sure there's a lot of things I can improve on. But anyway, I love you all. I am going to go. I'm trying to look for my outro. Oh, my God. I'm losing my mind. All right, this is me. I'm signing out. I love you all. I really do appreciate everything you've done. Please, again, follow, like, subscribe. I will talk to you later, and it's time for this.